Hi, I'm JJ, and you're listening to Microphone Munchies, food for thought that'll get you hungry for more. So, happy Thursday or happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're doing well. First of all, I have to apologize. I know I haven't been here for a while. Um, to be honest, I've just been doing exams. I've been writing essays for my master's, and it's not really even that bad, but I don't know what it is. I just got in this space where it's like I was too afraid to do anything, and then all of a sudden everything went out the window. And I'm sharing this with you because I want to let you know it's very normal. I mean, part of the reason why I love reading about things like productivity, self improvement, things like mental health, the main reason really is for myself. I mean, it's something that I've always struggled with. And I think many of us do. I think it's very natural to have really good moments and to have moments that are not so good. And probably if you're a student, you know the feeling very well. When you are doing a test or when there's an exam, all of a sudden your confidence goes out the window and you're stuck in this like fight or flight mode. So today I want to talk about some things I've been up to, things that have helped me, and hopefully these ideas will help you as well, especially if you're experiencing this, whether it's in life, sometimes for no reason at all. Your life is going great and all of a sudden it's like your motivation goes out the window. It's like all of a sudden there's no energy for anything. Oftentimes it could be, change of seasons, the weather and stuff doesn't help right now. It's really gloomy out here in Toronto. But yeah, I hope these ideas will help. So the first thing that I did, or one of the things I did, is recently I started longboarding again. And it's something I did before, but before I only did it because I was using a longboard to commute to work. And I don't know, I thought it was really fun, but I just never stuck with it. And now, especially with COVID-19, there's not very much to do, and summer is coming. I don't think that everything's going to be open completely anyway, so might as well invest in something that allows me to have an outdoor hobby. I've been walking. I'm still walking as often as I can, averaging 10,000 steps or whatever. But not gonna lie, sometimes it's really boring. And so having an outdoor hobby that's also exercise is really, really helpful. And I love it. Longboarding is really fun. It's something, obviously safety comes first. But if it's something you've thought about, if especially in your city or country, well, city, I guess, in your city, there are roads where you can safely ride on, especially, for example, in schools, in parks and stuff. It's an amazing like release. It's an amazing way to just get your mind off of normal life. And there's this joy, like it's like land surfing, right? There's this joy just being on the board, carving left and right, and it's great. I started getting back into it mainly because I wanted to learn how to do something called longboard dancing. So as most of you know, I'm a dancer. I love dancing like on land, but I don't know. I just wanted to try to learn how to dance on a longboard, and eventually, well, one day maybe I can put my own flavor onto it. But for now, it's been amazing because I suck. I really suck, and that's just, it's so nice to be able to feel failure and then just get up and try it again. That's something that I really respect from anybody who does any sort of board sport. So surfing, skateboard, longboard, snowboard. You spend like 90% of the time on your butt or 90% of the time failing. Like you'll see skateboarders, longboarders, whatever, they'll try a trick 100 times and one time they'll get it. And it's worth it. And it's just amazing because it's one of those things that really teaches you patience. It teaches you that failure is not the end. You fail, okay, really, just get back up, get back on your board, try it again. And sometimes you just can't do it anymore, and that's okay too. Just skate around then, and sometimes your body is like, no, and then in that case, just take a rest. So that's something that's really, really helped. And it's also helped me when I'm doing my essay, when I'm going back into that, because then I realize the hardest part isn't actually doing things. The hardest part is the fear you have when you don't do something. The hardest part is when you psych yourself up, you get so scared of what could happen that you never do anything at all. And so that's something that I'm relearning again. Longboarding has really helped me with that. The other thing that I've been doing more is cooking. This is really for my mental health and also for my wallet, but really also for my physical health. and it's been really rewarding. I've got this carbon steel pan, and it really started because there's this anime I've been watching. It's called Food Wars, and is it a good anime? I mean, it's pretty cliche as an anime, and it's also very suggestive in certain areas. So there's a lot of I'll put it this way: if you live with your parents, I would not watch this anime out loud because they will have the wrong idea. But the good thing about this anime is it does talk a lot about food, and it explains like cooking techniques and stuff, and it just makes food super, super sexy, super, super cool. And so I've been cooking a lot, and it's really fun. And again, it's one of those things where, going back to this idea of failure, cooking is, you never know how your food will taste till you do it, especially when you're trying a dish for the first time. And that's one thing to, I watch videos, or I watch YouTube videos, I read the recipe, whatever, I get everything prepared, but you actually have to do it. You actually have to make it. And when you're in the process of making it, things can go wrong. You can forget an ingredient, you accidentally put too much or too little of something, you get the heat wrong, you get the time wrong. There's so much going on, and it's beautiful. It's a joy. It's a joy to be able to experiment and to have tangible results. And so just from those two things, one thing that I'm really learning again, obviously it's a process every day, is the sometimes when you're stuck, what you need maybe is just to do something, anything in a different area, something where you can actually see tangible results, especially when you're stuck in something abstract. So for example, like making a business, or something like, writing, anything creative is very abstract. And sometimes the results don't come right away. So I think that working on skills where you can find results really quickly, whether it's like, learning an instrument, whether it's a sport or a martial art or cooking or something like that, I think it can be really helpful because you can feel that feedback. You can feel that feeling of success and that annoyance when you just don't get it right. So that's something that's really helpful. And I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about really quickly. When I was a kid, I don't know if you ever feel this way, but when I was a kid, I was always very scared that I love too many things. Like, I'm a guy who I get obsessed really quickly about something and then I lose interest. And it's just been that way my whole life. I would say probably more obsessed than the average person in something. Like when I'm interested in something, I read the history. I want to see who the best people were. I watch so many videos. I start reading books. I check out books from the library, blah, 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 blah. But then after a while, I just get bored. And when I was a kid, I was always really ashamed of this because I was like, I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought that I just could not focus on anything. And I really envied the people who they just like one thing and they did it forever. And to be honest, I still think that is really the way to go. The way to get true mastery is to really dedicate yourself to one thing. But that being said, now I'm realizing that, so what? So what if you like so many things? Do it. You can have more than one hobby. There's no law saying that you can't have more than one hobby. And especially with COVID-19, we know that anything can change in any moment. So whatever you want to do, if it's in your capability to do it. So obviously don't spend the money you don't have, for example. If you can do it, do it. And that's something that, I don't know, it's something that I'm learning. Like before, I'd be too afraid to do XYZ because I'd be like, it's just too annoying. I have to invest in this and that. And what if I don't like it? What if I quit? But now it's more like, okay, can I afford to invest in this? Yes. Am I willing to lose it? Yes. Then let's try it and let's see what happens. And the best way to learn is to do. It's that simple. I can read so many things I can read everything. I've watched so many videos about longboards. I know the theory behind all these dance moves, but when I'm on the board, I fall off. No video can help me with that. I have to get through the process of trying it over and over again, working on the things that I'm missing, adjusting, and then trying again. And it's the same thing with life. So I really encourage you, for those of you who are very multi-passionate, if you like many different things, it's okay. You're not alone. You're one of us. And I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing, to be very honest with you. But life is too short to care about that. So do it. Do that thing that you want to try that you didn't try before. You're afraid of. Maybe you think you're going to be bad at it. Maybe people say it's a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of money. Maybe people think it's very childish, very silly. Well, who cares? Who really cares? No one. And so that's what I'll say. All the things that when I was a kid I thought were really silly, I think they're great. And so I'm going to do more of it. And that's what life's all about, right? I mean, when you're a kid, you want to be an adult so that you can do whatever you want. You want to eat cereal whenever you want. You want to buy whatever chips you want. And now you can do it if you're listening to this and you're an adult. If you're a kid, sorry, you're going to wait a while. But now you can do it. So why aren't we doing it? We have all this time. We have all this freedom. And yet we never use it. Then one day, we're going to be on our deathbed and we're going to regret never trying. And I don't want to do that. I don't want you to do bleh. I don't want you to do that either. So please, please, please try the thing. That's it for today. I'm really sleepy. I'm going to go to sleep right now. Oh, by the way, pro tip. I bought this eye mask recently, like a sleep mask, and it's amazing. Sleeping in complete darkness, it just makes your sleep so much better. I wake up feeling like a happy clam. So if you have trouble sleeping, if it's not that dark, like if you live downtown like me, get a sleep mask. There are many different types out there, but I got one that's great, and I love it. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening. I'll be trying to do this again every week, and I'll see you next time. So that's JJ out.